Chores. Just thinking about the word can make people tired. Stuff that has to get done but isn't very fun. And even after we do them, they need to get done again. There's a part of me that wishes I could just get rid of all the chores or pay someone else to do them for me. And then there's a part of me that's proud of being able to manage all that I do. How did I learn that? My parents made me. That's what it felt like at the time, anyway. They made me clean the bathroom. They made me fold the clothes. They made me do yard work. They made me clear the dishwasher. The list goes on and on, chore after lousy chore. My list of what I would rather be doing was as long as the chore list, and I felt very imposed upon. Probably acted imposed upon too, which I'm sure made my parents' day bright and cheery. Looking back, I had plenty of time for my want-tos, and I'm highly skilled and capable because my parents made sure that I attended to the need-tos. As parents, we now get to provide the need-tos, and it's important that we recognize the lessons our kids learn from doing their chores. First and foremost, they learn that they are an integral part of the family. They play an important role in how your home looks and operates, and their contribution means there's more time for family connection, as well as for their want-to list. They also learn responsibility, work ethic, follow-through, and pride in a job well done. Oh yeah, and they also learn the actual skill of completing the assigned task. Notice that the learning is less about the actual skill and more about the self-management. The skill level of most chores is not typically high. It's the self-management that's challenging, and that takes years of practice. So while it seems easier in the moment to think, oh, I'll just do it myself, I'll avoid the whining and the eye rolling and the attitude that's likely to come from my kid, when we do that, we actually stunt their self-management growth. It's possible that you've fallen into the trap of doing everything yourself, and now you're the parent of a teen or a tween who doesn't think it's their job to help. Well, you know what? It's never too late to change, and your kids are capable of learning that lesson too. So here are some guidelines that might be helpful to you. First of all, there's no right or wrong level of expectation for chores, but kids should learn to do what they can do. They need to be grounded in the belief that they are capable, and they need to feel a sense of belonging and significance within the family. So approaching this topic with a team spirit attitude is really key to helping your kids understand that the expectation is there and their contribution to the family is appreciated. As a family, make a list of everything that needs to be done over the course of a week and then discuss how and when to accomplish those tasks. You could consider writing each chore on a slip of paper, put all the pieces of paper into a jar, and then take turns pulling them out. What each person pulls are their chores for the week, and then they'll get a chance to change them up next week. I used to keep a whiteboard calendar, and since we only had 2 children, they would flip-flop each week on who did which set of chores, so something like that might work for you. Feel free to get creative with this. Ask your kids what process they would like to use to assign and complete chores. Notice, assigning and completing chores is not optional. How we assign and complete them is optional. Honoring their suggestions is really helpful in getting buy-in. Make sure to establish a plan for follow-through also. So for example, the dog needs to be fed daily. How will the child in charge of feeding the dog remember to do it? And how will you, the parent, follow through with them if you notice they haven't done it? Follow-through should be timely, respectful, and helpful in guiding your child toward consistent follow-through so that eventually you don't have to remind them. And when they grumble or complain, parents can choose to overlook the negativity and just simply say, hey, thanks for getting that done. Or parents can respectfully notice that, I know you don't like doing that chore, and your grumbling feels disrespectful to me. Noticing without arguing or condemning allows your child to have their feelings and also know the impact their grumbling has on you without being able to manipulate their way out of doing the chore. Really important, take time for training. Talk with your child about what job done well means, and maybe even create a checklist. For example, clean bathroom equals sink scrubbed, bathtub or shower floor clean, floor vacuumed and mopped, mirror spot free. You can do certain jobs together at first so you can talk through the process if you want to. And remember to say thank you. Notice when your kids are doing what they agreed to do and express appreciation. And if they roll their eyes and say something like, well, it's not like I had a choice, you can say something like, you're contributing to our family's well-being, and I just want you to know I appreciate it. Over time, helping will be just how we do things, and you'll notice that sense of team building in your family. If you're struggling with getting your kids to do chores or with other parenting challenges, I have several free classes for parents of teens and tweens starting in late August. You can go to my website, evadwight.com, to learn more and to register. And I'd love to hear about your family's chore system. What works for you? I hope you'll add your comments so we can start a conversation.